windy, so I'm seriously hoping the DJI Bike 2 will do the job that it's supposed to do. For those that didn't see the video that I did, that over there, that round thing marks the most easterly point. Beautiful scenery here too. Right, let's talk about this bike. So there is a motorbike dealership near me, and again I've done a video where I went to visit it called Davy's Bikes in Bangor, and I can't recommend it highly enough for you. And I was looking at bikes in there. I was looking at particularly the CF Moto 800 MT, and I still have a great admiration for it. I was looking at Benelli's Benelli 500 TRXs, which I know now for a fact is a fabulous bike, because during the Round Ireland tour that I did prior to doing this YouTube video channels, one of the boys had one. And it was fabulous. I asked Davey, I said, is it powerful enough when you go to overtake? That was always the thing I was asking about. Is it powerful enough to overtake? And he says, well, if there's, say, 4 cars and you wanted to get past them, you might only get past 2 and have to pull in and go again, type of thing. You know what I mean? This bike was sitting along with a GS Adventure bike. Now, for those that know nothing about BMWs, the Adventure one is a bigger fuel tank. I'm not going to tell you how many litres it holds, because I don't know. I don't even know how many litres this holds, even though I put fuel in it this morning. Or not this morning, just when I was coming out. I'm not over the details. All I know is this: you do about 250 miles on a tank of fuel, and I think in the GS you do something like 350. But the problem was, when I sat on the GS Adventure, my feet wouldn't reach the ground. This is 2018. There was only 12,000 miles on it. And this one had this, which is the important thing, this TFT dash. Well, it was important to me because the most modern ones had that. Look at that. That's your speedo there, your rev counter. If you probably see, I don't know if you can see, that says road, because there's different modes. I'm not going to go through. There's the menu here, which will take you up and down the different modes. So there's road, there's rain, there's, I think it's called enduro, which is where it goes very fast. I'm going to keep this simple. I have, that's, you go through the modes. I have heated grips, so these are, don't know what happened there. I lost you. Lost the video. That's the menu to go up and down. It has ABS, suspension. You can raise and lower the suspension. Has cruise control, believe it or believe it not. Indicator's horn. This is referred to as the whizzy wheel, and this is connected to the TFT dash, so that I can go through the menu. I can connect this sat nav to it as well. This is BMW's Navigator V1. What's that? 5, 6, 4, 6, V1, 6, V, 5 and 1 is 6. And the whizzy wheel, this bit here, so I can zoom in, zoom out, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to bore you. So it's a 1200cc. It's shaft driven. So this here is the shaft, as opposed to most motorbikes are chain driven. And I'll be honest, I couldn't have bothered faffing about with chain tensioners, oil in it and all that sort of stuff. It is a boxer engine. So if you look down from above, I try to get my shadow out of this. You can see this sits out at that side and that sits out at that side. So it's a boxer engine, which means nothing to a lot of you people. Right, let's talk about what I put on this, because I know the people that are into motorbikes or into BMWs will wonder, what did he add to it? The first thing I added was these decals. There was different ones on it when I bought it, but I preferred these, so I put these on. I got the BMW dealer, Hurst in Belfast to fit these auxiliary riding lights, so that when you come towards me, not only is this light on, but these two lights are on. It's just to give the bike a bit of width and a bit of presence for the car driver, so they went on. This is a headlamp protector here, so that because if a stone goes up and hits your that main light, I think it's something like 1,200 quid to replace. So this protects that. The guy that had it had this Givy. This is a Givy or a Jivy smoked screen. So I bought Jivy smoked deflectors here, which gives a bit more wind deflection to these handles. You'd know I'm very technical, aren't you? I also put this front black bit on the beak, or the beak of the bike, so called because if you look at it from the side, it's like a beak. The normal BMW, it's sort of like a W thing. I didn't like it. I like this, so put that on. I also put on this fender extender to stop all the crud and dirt flying up here, to help keep it easier cleaned, and a thing called a mud sling. See, mud sling, which again, let me put the camera, try there. This is it here that stops a lot of the crud going up from the wheels, from the tires. Again, cause a load of dirt. Not that you can't wash it. I also added this rubber thing, so that if I do drop it, that'll help protect the exhaust. And when I say I do drop it, I mean if I drop it again, because I did. Now, I didn't crash. I came off it at a very, very slow speed, i.e. 0 miles an hour. I put my foot down and there was no road. The camber was such that when I put my foot down, there was no road. Down the bike went and I came off. So these are crash protectors that are to protect, of course, the engine here. And I scraped them. I don't know if you can see a little bit of scrape. Not much, but a bit of fine emery. Took that out, and then I bought these. So that if that ever happens again, that'll be what hits. So I put those on. I put these bungs in because there's lots of holes. They're BMW accessories. So I put them on. I bought the full set of BMW panniers. You can extend these and make them smaller. I put that little badge on the other day, traveling common. And I've also 2 panniers for the side to sit here, so that when I'm on tour, I can bring all my stuff with me. I think that's about all that I added to it. Oh no, the side stand down at the bottom, you can see the original side stand is that size, it's there. Then this makes it bigger so that there's more to rest the bike on. And this here is, I have a tank bag, a Givy. Yeah, Givy again. Maybe I'm into Givy, who knew? That attaches on that, so when I'm on tour, if I need easy access to my credit cards or driving license or whatever, I just lift it up and put that in. I just lift it up, put my hand in, and it's there for me. So I think that is it. I don't need to tell you anything else about it. I've probably bored the life out of you now. That's a sticker. 7 of us that did the All Ireland tour. See, North Down motorcycle and scooter crew. It was 7 of us from the scooter crew. And we're already have planned to do the Crieff Cloverleaf in August of next year. So there it is, I think. That's as good an introduction to the beast and as detailed as I'm going to give you. I have no idea what the brake horsepower is. It's over 100, that's all I know. I don't know what it is. It's a 1200cc engine. It has a 6-speed gearbox. It also, yeah, I said it had cruise control. And I absolutely love it. The beast. So, in the 2 years that I've had the bike, because this is it's just slightly over 2 years, so maybe it's a 2-year review. What do I think about it? How am I getting on with it? Well, there was 12,000 miles on it when I bought it. There's now, I'll check my trip here, there's now 18,000 on it. So I've done 6,000 miles, so what, 3,000 miles a year, average out. I've had absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. Yes, I dropped it, my own fault. It's a heavy bike. Again, I don't know what weight it is, 200 and something kilograms. I love the quick shifter. Now what the quick shifter is, I was changing up the gears there without using the clutch, and she'll change down the gear. Look at that beautiful view. Isn't it a beautiful road? I know if there's bikers watching that, they'll be saying, look at the road. I know. And if this were smelly tube, beautiful smell of the sea air. But yeah, apart from getting the bike service, which I do every year, because I'm not mechanically minded, so therefore everything has to be right. I don't scrimp on anything. If it needs service, and it gets serviced. I've new tires on it because just before I headed off on the road trip last year, I needed a front tire. So they're Michelin Road somethings 6. When I was on the Round Ireland trip, I got a puncture. I was the only one that did get a puncture. Thankfully the guys were with me. They were able to repair it for me. I had the stuff with me. I'm going to sneeze. In fact, one of the nicest guys that was on the trip with us did the plug-in for me, and sadly he passed away just a few months ago, and the rest of us bikers had the honor of leading the cortege from his home to the church, and that was an honor to do for Philip Jemison. And the tour that we're going on next year, which is the Creef Cloverleaf, we're actually calling it the Jemison tour in honor of Philip. So I had a puncture. He plugged it. It did the job. It was great. There was no issues with it. And then when I come home, I was taking the bike out to go for a ride, and I looked, and I had another nail in the bike. The tire wasn't flat at that time, but I thought, no, I'm not going to get 2 plugs. So I just replaced the back tire, and it's a Road 6 as well. But when we're doing the Creef Cloverleaf this year, I'll do some video. And now that I know I can talk to this Insta360, well, at this moment I'm saying, now that I know I can talk to the Insta360, I can get home and there's not a word. And therefore you're not even seeing this at all. So the thing that I didn't say, the thing that convinced me then to buy this particular bike was because of, I liked the adventure style of it, and it was a bigger version of the Sinus that I've already put up. I like the upright position. I'm not into sports bikes, I'm not into naked bikes. They're lovely. I like them to look at, but they're just not for me. This was the style of bike I wanted. And I knew the bike that I was buying, because of how old I am, that I would be only buying one bike. This is it. I'll not be trading it in for something else. Yes, I do like the new BMW 1300. This is a 1200. The one after this was a 1250, and I don't know if I mentioned, this was one of the last 1200s, but it had the TFT dash that was coming in on the 1250s. And this is all the power that I'll ever need, and more. So this is my forever bike. And that's why when I was buying it, I wanted to buy a bike that I would be happy with. I wouldn't be saying, oh, I need a bigger one. So if I'd have bought a 600, I'd been saying I need an 800 to buy it. This is just the bike that I love. If I need to, it'll get me out of trouble. As in acceleration. It has got ABS brakes. And as I said, cruise control. All the stuff that a modern motor car has, this bike has. And I feel very safe on it. It's big, there's good road presence. Look at that beautiful view again. The farmer's making hay while the sun shines. So as I say, it is everything I want. Up the gears without using the clutch. I love it. And if this video is working and there is sound, another thing I like about this is I'm not having to take my hands off the bars to switch on and off the camera. It's all done by voice control. So I say STOP, well, I don't spell it, I say it STOP recording and START recording, and it does that. So that's a great thing about that camera. Beautiful roads, aren't they? Big tractor. I wouldn't want to run into the front of that. And this is now my happy place, being on a bike. Some of you that know me know I used to have a cabin cruiser, a motorboat, a speedboat, not a speedboat, a boat. Slept 4 down on Loch Earn. And my brother, he had a beautiful boat as well, but sadly he passed away, and as soon as he died I sold the boat, because I knew I would never be down there again in Fermanagh on the lakes, because we'd created so many memories and it would just never ever be the same. And this is my new happy place. I loved getting out on the bike. It's where I can really switch off from life. Not that I have stresses or trials to switch off from. The job I do, I'm very blessed, I know that. Oh, we've got a green light, so we'll go. If you ever visit Northern Ireland, I'm now talking to those that watch the channel who are not from here, and if you've stayed with me through this video, thank you very much for doing that. And please hit the subscribe button. It really makes a big difference to the channel. I'm not in it to make money, obviously, but the more subscribers I have, the algorithm with YouTube, it means that more people get to view it. I think that's the way it works, and the more people get to watch it, well, the more interesting I try to make it for people. So, well, if you live in Northern Ireland and haven't been down the Ards Peninsula for a while, do come. You know all the little towns, there's loads of coffee shops, lay-bys to pull into, great scenery to see. And if you're not from Northern Ireland, if you ever visit here, do come and visit the Ards Peninsula. It's one of the places that a lot of the ships, when they pull in the cruise ships, one of the tours is a scenic drive down the Ards Peninsula. And then they pull into my town, the town that I live in, Donaghadee. And they go to a bar there called Pier 36, which in the TV show called Hope Street that I spoke about right at the very top of the video is the Commodore bar. It's in the film it in there, the scenes in the Commodore. And that's where the cruise ship guests go for an Irish coffee. And when I say my town, as I said, it's where I live now. My hometown is Lurgan, and do you know what? I'll do a video sometime. I'll take you down to Lurgan. Beautiful castle in Lurgan, a beautiful park. Sadly, all the beautiful shops are gone. It's like a lot of our towns just full of charity shops. Not that there's anything wrong with charity, but the whole heart and soul is not in the town. Yeah, I'll visit there. There's an idea. I need to write down these ideas. There's also a sign to my left. Ballycopeland Windmill. There's a windmill up there. And a lovely coffee shop at that as well. We're now in a 40 mile an hour route. 40 mile an hour route. Who do I think I am? Route 66. Because I'm recording this, Dave Perry is riding the Route 66. That's another YouTube channel. If you're into motorbikes, you should definitely watch. Wheelie Good TV. But this road, we're at a 40 mile an hour. In fact, my TFT is telling me it's 30 mile an hour. BMW, yeah, this is 30. And then we're coming into 40 right into Donaghadee. Beautiful rainbow in the sky. I don't know if the Insta360 will have picked that up or not. There's a rainbow, sunshine, sea at the side of the road, and I'm on a motorbike. And what more can you ask for? So I'm back now in Donaghadee. I'll just go around this way. Try not to knock that man down in the tire. See the lighthouse over there to your left? Donaghadee Lighthouse. I'm reliably informed, I don't know how right or how wrong it is, that the twin of that lighthouse is in Sri Lanka. Because I remember being in Sri Lanka and I took a picture of a lighthouse, and a gentleman from here called David Gordon, who knows about these things, I don't know if he's a subscriber to this channel or not, he told me that it was, you can't ride along the pier, but I'm sure you can see the lighthouse down there. Okay, this is the time to wrap it up because my phone app is telling me the rain is starting in 16 minutes. Although I feel a little spit every now and again. Thank you for watching this video. If you stuck with me, you now know all there is to know about me, the beast, and my motorcycle history and interest. If you've liked the video, you know what to do now. You hit the thumbs up that you like it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.